if you've ever had the feeling where you had to say something that was in your heart and it was bothering you and you started to feel like, if I don't say something, I'm gonna like explode or I'm gonna get physically ill, like for real. I've had that feeling a few times in my life. Sometimes I have followed my heart and sometimes I didn't, but it was always a tough situation. And when you get to the point where you're finally able to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, it's scary. Hello friends, welcome to Chickenlandia. My name is Dahlia. I'm a backyard chicken educator, also known as the president of Chickenlandia. Raising chickens has been the best way for me to find peace and joy in my life, and I want to help you find that too. Monkey, how you doing? This is Monkey. She is a little special needs chicken that I have. She actually did not come here as a rescue. She came here as a little designer chicken that I wanted. But after she got here, it turned out she was sick. So I have been on a long journey to help Monkey get better. She's doing really well now. I'm gonna knock on some wood. And we are just so happy to have her in Chickenlandia, right? And for those of you who are wondering about my chicken Josephina, she's my one-legged chicken. We are currently working with a company to get a new prosthetic leg for her. Hopefully this one will work better than the last one I tried. So that will be happening at some point. Right now I'm just working on getting her all healed up so she'll be nice and ready to get that new leg. Monkey, you are spilling all over me. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. You can stand right here and eat. It's weird to be on the other side of something that scared you. That's where I'm at right now. A few weeks ago, I put out a video. You know, I guess it was pretty controversial. I didn't really think of it that way when I put it out, but I did lose a good amount of subscribers. Thankfully, I also gained a lot of subscribers, but now I'm kind of just in the aftermath of it, and I've been thinking a lot about it, so I figured I would share some of those thoughts with you. So the video that I'm referring to was something that I haven't normally done on my channel. It was more political in nature, although, you know, the way that I thought about it, it was more about humanity and trying to like bring people together. Please don't. Trying to kind of create some common ground so that we could get past an incident that was very traumatic for all of us, no matter where we are on the political spectrum. It was super traumatic. And I'm referring to what happened to Charlie Kirk. And I just was trying to communicate how important it was, especially in the moment that we're in right now, for us to not be so divided and to try and find some common humanity and not give in to these forces that I really feel are trying to pit us against each other. And, you know, whenever something really traumatic like that happens, that's the perfect opportunity for some really powerful forces to come in and really try and divide us. So that's what the video was about. It really wasn't about, or I didn't want it to be about my political views. I did explain like some of the reasons why I have some of the feelings I do about things, but I didn't want that to be the focus of the video. I wanted the lesson of the video to be, I'm a person, I have opinions, but that doesn't mean that I have to be like against somebody else. And certainly not that I would wish for something terrible to happen to somebody else just because they disagree with me. So that's where I was coming from. And I really, I was surprised because people from all over the political spectrum, a lot of them really understood what I was saying, and it was heartening to me because even though I probably said some things in the video that many people disagreed with, most people were like, you know what, I don't agree with you, but I really agree that we need to not be so divided right now, and I'm not going to unsubscribe from your channel. And some people were like, I don't agree with you, but I am subscribing to your channel because I like what you had to say. So that was a really amazing experience. But I got to tell you, it was tough, like especially at the beginning the morning after I had posted that video, I was really regretting it. Like, I literally woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? You know, I think I ruined my channel because, you know, I was losing subscribers at that point. And I just felt like, you know, why did I do that? Why didn't I just keep things about chickens? I did it because I felt like I had to, because it was in my heart to do it. So ultimately, I do feel like it was a good thing that I put out that video. I wish that there wasn't a circumstance where I had to put that video out, but it was important for me to communicate a message of unity during a time when all of us were just really, really divided, and it felt awful during that time. I did get some pushback from both sides, from both liberals and conservatives, you know, and it was interesting because most of the comments like that, I really felt like they were kind of addressing something that I didn't say, but they were actually kind of talking to the side that they thought that I was on. So it's funny because I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I am a human. And for me personally, this is not against anybody. I don't want to get like mired in like being on a team. And that's not to criticize anybody that is on a team. Like I always say, everyone is welcome in Chickenlandia. But for me personally, when I'm thinking really critically about things, it's important for me to just kind of take a step back and not just go along with one side or the other, because that's what I identify with. That's important to me. I haven't always felt that way. I certainly was on one side or another in different times of my life. But for right now, I'll just always say I'm on the side of humanity. I didn't really get that frustrated at the comments, like most of the negative comments I got. And I got some pretty nasty ones. But if they were super nasty, I just didn't really pay attention to them, or I tried not to. I can't say it doesn't bother me. I didn't take it to heart. I knew that I was going to get some pushback. I knew that some of it was going to be nasty. I really tried not to let it bother me. It bothered me a little bit, but I didn't like hold on to it. But there were a few comments that really bothered me. So surprisingly enough, the comments that bothered me the most weren't really addressing what I was saying in the video at all. Basically, these people were saying, you know, I come to this channel for information about chickens. You have a chicken channel, this is a chicken channel, and you need to keep it about chickens. You need to stay in your lane. And I gotta tell you, like, I didn't respond to any of them because I knew it wouldn't be good. And I try to be really diplomatic. But those comments actually bothered me worse than any other comment I received. And I was just like, I just felt really indignant when I read them. And I'll tell you why. Number one, I don't like being told what to do. I really don't. My whole life, I have not liked being told what to do. I just don't like that. I don't like people telling me, you know, just trying to control what I say, trying to tell me what to do. I don't like that. So that was one of the reasons it bothered me. The second thing is, you know, I was like, well, hold up a minute. Like, this is my channel, this is my channel. And yes, it is about chickens, and it's traditionally been about chickens, but in my heart of hearts, this channel was also about humanity. And that's the trajectory that I've always wanted to take from the beginning. I've had this channel for 7 or 8 years. Before I had this channel, I did a TEDx talk. And if you watch that, you will understand like how much having chickens kind of reflects humanity to me, and how much I learn in the chicken yard, and how much peace I feel in the chicken yard. And I just feel like this really strong connection with this experience, and I've always tied it in to our connection with each other as humans. So, maybe I haven't communicated that very well, but that is part of my mission for this channel. So, when people said that, I was like, well, this is my channel, and I say what it's about. And I never said in that video, this is not going to be about chickens anymore, but I want to be able to talk about things. And I don't like being criticized for that. The third reason I really didn't like that comment was because I felt like it kind of took my humanity away. I'm a person. I'm not an avatar. I'm not just a face on a screen. I'm a real living person, and I have feelings, and I have beliefs, I have ideas, I have things that I want to share with the world. And when someone is like, hey, you can't, it was like they were telling me, you can't be who you are. You have to be who I want you to be. And I'm not a one-dimensional person. I'm not just like, 100% chicken 100% of the time. I want to talk about things that are important to me. I don't want to lose what this channel is. Chickens are part of the heart of this channel. But there's also other things that I want to talk about. And I'll always come to you from the chicken yard, and I'll always try to tie it into chickens in some way, because really my best ideas and my greatest philosophizing, it happens in the chicken yard. And I say at the beginning of every video, raising chickens has been the best way for me to find peace and joy in my life. And I want to help you find that too. That's what I say. And I'm not lying when I say that. When I'm out here, I feel peace. When I'm out here, I think about life. I think about the world. I think about humanity. When I look out into my flock, it's like I'm looking like at a mini world. And I learn a lot from that. And I hope I never stop learning. And I hope I never stop sharing. And, one of the scariest things about putting out that video was that it was so different from all the other videos on my channel, in that I wasn't directly talking about chicken care. And so that was scary to me. But for a really long time, I've felt in my heart, I want to do something with more meaning. And it's not that I don't think Chickenlandia had meaning as it was before. And I'm not going to stop doing chicken education on this channel. But, I'm kind of at this crossroads right now where it's really in my heart to start talking about different things, about humanity. Not necessarily about like political things, and certainly not about like divisive things. I always want to bring it back around to how we can use this experience with chickens to understand each other better. And I've been saying that for a long time. This is nothing new, but I want to talk about that more. When I was younger, and I was in my 20s, early 20s, I traveled a lot. I basically lived in my little pickup truck. I had a little Toyota pickup truck with a canopy over the back. And the way that it was, I set it up in the back. I had like curtains, and I literally slept in the back of my truck, and I just traveled the country like that. And I remember such a feeling of freedom during that time, and just traveling through the mountains and letting go of all my possessions and moving to another state or whatever I did. I did this for a couple of years, and it was so good for me to do that. Of course, I'm past that now. I'm in my 50s and I have children. I can't just like get in my car and drive. But the way that I feel about Chickenlandia right now, it's like I'm on a new journey, and that feels really good. It feels really good that I spoke about what was in my heart, and I just want to keep doing that. And I wonder what kind of world we would have if everybody did that, if we all just said what was in our heart, So thank you to all of you that stuck around. Thank you to those of you that, especially those of you that didn't agree with me and you stuck around. Like, that really meant a lot to me. And I hope you will continue to stick around, and I hope we can have some wonderful conversations in the from Chickenlandia always. And I wonder, have you ever been in a situation where you really needed to say something that was in your heart, but it was really hard, but you did it anyway? Let me know in the comments. I love these conversations that we have. I read every comment, even if I don't respond to every comment, I read every comment. So let me know. But the main thing that I want you to take away from this video and from every video is that you are always welcome in Chickenlandia. Where are you, monkey? Let's go cuddle.